I still remember the moment I opened my late father's safe and found my signature forged on the inheritance papers. My entire family stood behind me, silent, like they were waiting to see whether I would scream or break. My name is Maya Bayliss, and I grew up believing my family was close. Small-town Sunday dinners, holiday photos, polite smiles. Behind them, a storm I never saw coming. My father passed away quietly. No drama, no warnings, just the subtle sound of heart monitors flattening. The hospital room was dim, and the air tasted like antiseptic and grief. My mother held her tears. My brother looked at the floor. My aunt whispered prayers she never believed in. And me? I felt a strange emptiness. Not just from losing my dad, but from knowing I was suddenly alone in a house full of people. After the funeral, the house felt colder. Footsteps echoed differently. Whispers paused when I entered rooms. Doors that were once open were suddenly shut. The inheritance meeting was supposed to be simple. Just paperwork, signatures, my father's final wishes. But the lawyer kept avoiding my eyes. But it wasn't just the lawyer's nervousness. It was everything around him. The way the room felt too still, too rehearsed. My aunt and cousin exchanged glances whenever I shifted in my seat, like they were waiting for a cue that hadn't come yet. Even the air felt staged. The fireplace was lit even though it was warm outside. Snacks were neatly arranged on the table, something my family never did for meetings. It felt like they wanted me comfortable, distracted, softened. My brother kept clearing his throat. My mother's eyes were red, not from crying, but from lack of sleep. There were too many folded papers on the coffee table. And every time I tried to read one, someone subtly blocked my view. At one point, my cousin gently placed her hand on mine and whispered, "Just sign everything quickly, Maya. It's what your dad wanted." Her voice wasn't soothing. It was urgent. Too urgent. And that urgency made my stomach tighten. Why rush something so important? Why push me to sign papers I hadn't even read? Every second felt heavier. Every glance felt loaded. Every silence felt like a secret. His breathing was shallow, almost nervous. My relatives were all gathered in the living room. The curtains half closed like the house didn't want to witness what was coming. My brother kept tapping his foot. My cousin stared at her nails. My mother avoided me completely. Then the lawyer slid a stack of documents across the table, and something felt off. The ink looked fresh. The signatures too perfect. And mine, Maya Bayliss, looked nothing like my handwriting. Every person in the room looked everywhere except at me. A low hum filled my ears. My heartbeat picked up, loud enough to hear. The tension sat in the air like thick fog. Something was wrong. And the silence around me? It wasn't grief. It was guilt. Why does my signature look like this? I asked. No one moved. The lawyer swallowed. Maya, your family said you signed this months ago. My family? I repeated slowly. Who exactly said that? My mother finally spoke. Voice trembling. You agreed to divide everything equally, Maya. Don't you remember? I stood. My chair scraped loudly against the wooden floor. No. I don't remember. Because I didn't sign anything. My brother avoided my eyes. My aunt bit her lip. My uncle stared out the window. Then I saw it, a flash of panic in my cousin's eyes. You forged my signature, I said quietly. You all did. My mother stood up, her voice cracking. We had no choice. You were always your father's favorite. Everything was going to go to you. So you stole it? My voice was breaking, shaking. You stole everything he left me? My brother muttered, It's not stealing, if it belongs to family. That sentence shattered something inside me. They hadn't just betrayed me. They had planned it. Together. While I was grieving, I slammed the documents onto the table. You forged legal documents. You lied to me. You lied to him. The lawyer finally whispered. Maya, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. My mother's voice turned sharp, desperate. If you expose us, you'll destroy this family. I looked at each of them, the people I grew up loving, and all I saw were strangers. I'm not the one who destroyed this family, I whispered. You did. Arguments erupted instantly. My aunt shouted, We needed the money. You already have a job. My brother accused me of being dramatic. My mother begged me to be reasonable. My cousin insisted I was imagining things. Everyone was talking at once, voices overlapping, tears, anger, excuses. But I just stood there, still, watching my whole family unravel. They blamed each other. Then blamed me. Then blamed my father for making things unfair. The truth was ugly. They weren't grieving him anymore. They were fighting over his money. The lawyer stepped away, terrified. He whispered to me, "There are penalties, jail time, if this goes to court." My family froze. Silence again. Heavy. Terrified. My brother stepped forward. "You wouldn't report your own blood, would you?" My mother grabbed my wrist. "You'll ruin us, Maya." Ruin them? They had already ruined everything. I pulled my hand away. My breathing was shaky. My chest tight. But my voice came out steady. "I didn't destroy this family. I'm just revealing the truth." I walked outside. Cold air hit my face. It felt cleaner than anything inside that house. I looked back through the window. My family clustered together, whispering, desperate, afraid. I thought about my father, the man who taught me integrity, who trusted his family, who believed they would protect me. He never imagined they'd betray me for money. I had two choices. 1. Walk away and let them get away with it. 2. Expose everything and face the fallout. Both choices hurt. Both had consequences. But I knew what my father would want. He never asked me to be perfect. He only asked me to be honest. So I made my decision. I turned to the lawyer. "File the report." His eyes widened. "Maya, are you sure?" I nodded. Justice doesn't stop at family. The next few weeks were quiet. Police interviews. Legal inspections. Frozen bank accounts. Family members refusing to speak to me. The house became a battlefield of silence. My mother sent messages begging me to stop. My brother threatened me. My cousins blocked me everywhere. But none of it changed the truth, or what they did. In the end, they were found guilty of forgery and fraud. They didn't go to jail, but they were fined heavily and banned from accessing any part of the estate. Everything my father left me, his savings, his letters, his memories, finally came home to me. But it didn't feel like victory. It felt like loss. Not losing the money. Losing the illusion of who my family was. I realized something painful. Blood doesn't guarantee loyalty. Love doesn't guarantee honesty. Family doesn't guarantee safety. But integrity? That's worth protecting. Even when it hurts. In the end, I finally learned that loyalty is louder than family. And some endings? They're painful. But necessary. Tell me what you would have done. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Reddit Diaries. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers.